General Officer Commanding 82 Division of the Nigeria Army Major General Lagbaja has been urged to withdraw his personnel from Agulu in Anaucha local government area of Anambra State. The call came following an attack on the personnel by gunmen at a military checkpoint last week, which led to a huge exchange of gunfire, causing injuries on many and death. Director of Sickle Cell Orphanage and Underprivileged Home, Agulu, Mrs. Ś0LD1 Maduagu, made the call to the GOC in a letter to him yesterday, which was made available to Daily Post. Maduagu, among other reasons, said the location of the army checkpoints in the community is the busy Agulu town hall, stating that exchange of gunfire in such area could lead to heavy civilian casualties. In the letter of appeal, Maduagu called on the GOC to see reasons to relocate the checkpoints to a safer area. Part of the letter read, saying it is important that I draw your attention to the danger posed by the military checkpoints at the heart of Agulu town in Anaucha local government area of Anambra State. This checkpoint is situated directly in front of Agulu Unity Hall, which attracts heavy human and vehicular traffic with thriving commercial activities around the vicinity. The military high command, which you are amongst the top brass, should consider relocating the checkpoint out from the heart of the town and be situated possibly in the boundary location away from human concentrations and residential areas. This will minimize civilian casualties in the case of attacks, and the soldiers would be properly positioned to repel such attack without fear of hitting civilians in the crossfire. Such policy and measures should also be adhered to in any civilian environment unless in a state of emergency. I would have been a victim on the episode on 30th of April if not that I abandoned my vehicle and fled into a nearby bush for safety cover. Kindly consider this appeal on the basis of re-strategizing the military unit for maximum efficiency and productivity, as well as shielding civilian lives from being caught up in any ensuing crossfire, she appealed. That's to tell you that most of the time they will tell you, they've arrested this, it's confirming what Ipob has been saying, that this is innocent people that they always parade or they kill. So how can checkpoint be in a fully residential area like that? How can that be? Because they themselves, they are still doing business. The so-called Nigerian armies, the soldiers are doing business. So if there's any casualties, if there's anything, causing them to shoot, the civilians there will be affected. So this is an evidence. It's an evidence that yes, a lot of innocent people are being taken away. It is overdue. Soldiers should be redeployed to the theaters of war in the north. The numerous police and army checkpoints are the cause of insecurity in southeast. It may not be the best option as criminals will have a field day. Anambra has been peaceful since police checkpoints have been removed. Yeah. That's a good move. Southeast is not at war with Nigeria. Therefore, Nigeria Army, Navy and Air Force and all JTF should withdraw from Southeast and stop all this show of provocation and madness against the innocent people with all killings and destructions and taking over the lands and declaring Islamic Caliphate in the north. Yet there's no blocking roads and heavy presence of the Nigeria Army in the north. The east of Nigeria is agitating for Biafra Republic, which is not a crime. UN and African Charter on People's Rights for Self-Determination cover this, and Nigeria is a signatory to this noble declaration. So the governments of Nigeria must stop their killings of innocent Igbos and be wise enough to grant Biafrans a referendum. I can't understand why Igbos are eager to push the self-destruction button. How can you be destroying your community because you hate Buhari? What has that got to do? Some people, you don't even know what you are talking about. It is Buhari and his Islamic Abbas that are provoking the Igbos. I see no reason why the federal government should deploy army to any of the Igbo states because Igbos are not sincere over the agitation. If they truly believe in Ipob, they should what relocate from those territories which they consider as a Nigeria and move massively to their heritage. They should successfully or forcefully stop their greedy politicians and participating in Nigeria elections because you don't know how it works. So for the fact that we have Nigeria now, so there are no Nigerians outside the country. There are no Nigerians. Okay, now when Nigeria was to get its independence, did they tell all the Nigerians who are abroad to come back home because that mentality, that is chicken mentality. For as many who are always thinking that, okay, if you people said you want your country, tell all your members, all your family members, or you tell all your indigenous to return home. Now so they do. If that is how they do it, that means other countries that are Nigerians naturalize or they get their citizenship, they wouldn't have been doing it because they will tell you you have your own country, go and say your country. So this chicken mentality, we always say, let everybody go back, force your lawmakers to do this. No, that is not the way it is. Conduct the referendum, whatever the outcome of the referendum will determine. You say no, bring good governance, you say no. So what do you want from the people? What exactly do you want from the people? Well, good seeds falling on a furnace, can it germinate? By no means. You just wasted time flogging a dead horse. Let it be you civilians don't worth dying for. All the checking points are needless and useless because they are not protecting the people, instead killing people. The bottom line here is that the law enforcement agents roadblocks never serve or achieve the desirable results in terms of the security being in the reasons that they are basically toll gates, extortion points, and river are never absolutely 100% a security checkpoint. What then will happen to the 200 naira roja? You think they don't know how they are doing? 200, it's not even 2020 naira. Life don't things don't dear, so they have to step up their own game. They will not listen. They are trying to push the Igbos down, but they will not succeed. The British fought the Igbos for 30 days, for 3 years, and failed. Now they are using the Fulanis. Let us see how it goes. If any army withdraw, the soldiers who is going there, of course the army should check what the woman is saying. There is sense in her ways. They will not listen. They will never listen.